with Jimi Hendrix. So all he wants to do is watch Jimi Hendrix guitar videos.
Timeout.
He is a scalzo.
So
it's crazy how it's just passed
What's
down.
what's in his gummy bears?
So he loves like loud rock music.
Seriously.
And so all night watching School of Rock last night, he just had his fake bluey guitar and he's just going crazy.
Your kid's cooler than Kyle.
And then he's like running around and he wants me to play the drums and the whole thing. So that was our night last night. Got to bed early. Got up. I'm not going to do the whole Ben Bruss where I spend the first 15 minutes of his segment telling a boring story about my family.
Shut up. I'm locked in.
No. Kyle knows exactly what I was talking about from Thursday.
If he would have said his daughter is hooked on Jimi Hendrix, and I would have said, well, what?
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
That's a catch hook, and let's hear it.
So is he speaking?
Yeah, he's two and a half, almost 2.5.
Okay, so he's doing like full sentences.
Yeah.
So when he refers to Jimi Hendrix, what is he saying? Does he call him Jimmy?
Calls him Jimmy, or he had a Jimi Hendrix shirt for a while, and I would call him the Guitar Man.
You got
because like Cookie Monster's Cookie Man, Jimi
Cookie
Hendrix
Man.
is Guitar Man, and so but then he watched Kyle will love this. We would watch these Jimi Hendrix videos, and my kid's got really curly hair, and so he thinks he looks like Jimmy. and so then
me.
And so then, like, Jimmy will get down on the ground. You know, he goes to his knees and he playing the guitar and the whole thing. And then my kid will get down on his knees and do the air guitar and the whole rip.
That's excellent.
Do you understand how incredible this is? Like, when you watch this, I hope y'all understand, like, you guys may have a little prodigy on your hands.
He's got a hippie on his hand.
I told my wife, I'm like, we got to get a guitar in his hands as quickly as he's got the attitude for it. Like,
he's not going to wear shoes until he's 24.
Jeans are strong.
Yeah.
Jeans are
good.
unbelievable.
So how soon is he going to get kicked out of school?
If he follows in his dad's footsteps, he's got about another 13 years.
Okay, got it.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
So
and you know it runs in the family blood too, right? Or at least like
I was never musical. I just liked music.
Are you a hippie?
I wear a sport coat to work every day, Strofe. I don't think people would describe me as a hippie.
No.
Yeah, but you've got some hippie
I'm a corporate suit, you know?
Yeah, he's a corporate
suit.
suit.
You are these days, that's for sure.
Corporate
I will say the overlap between corporate suit and hippie tendencies, there is a middle ground there.
Before you were a corporate suit, though, maybe I shouldn't share the story. The first question you ever asked me.
If you're gonna start with maybe I shouldn't share the story, then let's not share that story. Because we do have a lot to get to. We do. We got Milwaukee Bucks Summer League. Braden Burry's looking great. The Milwaukee Brewers finally, snapped their small 3-game skid. Get back with another win yesterday over the Marlins. We'll certainly be talking Badgers with a new athletic director. Kyle wants me to rank my top 10 quarterbacks. I know that whole storyline made waves through ESPN Wisconsin this week. But let's start with the dog. Let's start with the Bucks Summer League because the Giannis trade goes through. Official, right? He goes to the Miami Heat. He's got his New Jersey number 7. He's taking a tour. He's talking about their championship pedigree. If you guys are like me, it hurt a little bit, right? It's like you want your ex to do well. You care about them because you spent such great years together, but it still hurts when like they go and they find a good significant other after you. And the Heat are a good significant. It's not like he went to Memphis where it's like, oh yeah, like we wish you the best, Giannis. It's like, yeah, what's that Olivia Rodrigo song? The one where it's like, I want you to be happy, but not happier than you were with me, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like you want them to still like do well, but you don't want them to love their you don't want them to love their next person as much as they love you. What?
Olivia Rodrigo. Well, he started the show with Jimi Hendrix, which was very on brand. Now
there is a through line from Jimi Hendrix to Olivia Rodrigo.
Is there?
We don't have enough time to get there today, but definitely.
We don't have enough time.
Yes.
I wouldn't know. I don't listen to any of
I
that.
don't think there's a through line.
There's definitely a through line. Yeah.
You're a big Rodrigo guy?
I mean, out of all the female pop stars, by far, she's the best.
Oh,
most talented.
Dua Lipa.
Maybe. I don't know. She's got the rock gene in her, though.
That's
for sure.
True. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
We got to keep going here. My point is you watch Giannis and you're like, hey, I love you, Giannis. We appreciate everything you did for Milwaukee. It hurt watching him with the Heat because it is such a great fit. Like, if we're being honest, like, they go really well together. The culture there, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, the defensive mindset, the toughness, right?
Until you got to knock out Bam Adebayo for talking crazy to him. I'm telling you, Bobby and Giannis gonna end up beating up Bam over the next 2 years.
You think so?
Oh, no,
yeah,
dude.
Bam better watch. Yeah, Bam a little slick.
But
Yeah,
they're on the same team.
No.
we'll see.
They're-
I don't like what he did to Tyler. So
Dude,
just hold on. Just like when Draymond Green came to town
Yeah.
and Draymond wanted to get a fan kicked out, I expect the same energy, not from me because I ain't about that life, but from Milwaukee to protect Tyler Herro. Bam out of his mind.
I ain't about that life.
I'm not.
Bam's nuts, but like, isn't that kind of the fun official kickoff to this new Bucks era? Is Tyler Herro getting smacked in the face? Like, that's a fun.
No, that's not fun.
That's a fun starting line.
I don't like getting
starting
punked.
point. Well, it's only up from there.
I don't want
So
my.
that's why
No.
I appreciate this new era of Bucks basketball, because it was only up from your new face of the franchise getting smacked in the face by his former teammate. Now you've got the team being allegedly investigated for potential cap circumvention, and your first-round pick is going bananas in Summer League. Like, this is a fun new era. I'm in for this.
It's interesting, but what Greg was talking about with the whole Giannis stuff, I'm happy for Giannis. Actually, I didn't feel.
Oh, that
type-
sounds like a man
No,
trying to.
Yeah,
get
he's trying to
himself-
convince himself. You're right.
No,
You're
no,
absolutely
no.
right.
I'm happy for Giannis too, but isn't there still a little bit like?
No, I learned a long time ago to be at peace with breakups. That is what you have to be.
All
And
right.
this one, and a lot of times with breakups, it's not sudden. A lot of times you see the writing on the wall. In my past relationship, I saw the writing on the wall. So when it was over, I was good with it. I was happy to be free. I was back in the streets. Yes, Stroh.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you referring to an actual relationship, or are you referring to Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers?
Well, all of them. Well, Brett Favre kind of hurt a little bit because I was still young and I didn't.
Was your
I didn't have enough
messiest
experience.
breakup the one before your now wife?
No, the one before that.
What happened?
Dude, I ain't worried about all that.
You brought it up.
We broke up. The whole point, Strofe, is the fact that now that we come to Giannis, the writing was on the wall.
Are you happy for her?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy for her.
That's good.
Extremely happy for her. Just like I'm extremely happy for Giannis. We saw this.
Okay.
Did we not know going into last season that? Well, not going into last season. It was reported pretty early in last season that there was a little flirtation with the New York Knicks, that Giannis asked to be traded to the Knicks. Now, a lot of folks said, oh, that's not real. That's not true. Well, come to find out, it was probably real. And then you heard Giannis during the regular season get a little frustrated with Doc Rivers and just overall with the direction of the team. And then at the NBA trade deadline, what happened? It sounded like the Bucks were actually taking calls. And so for me, I had a whole 9 months to process the fact that Giannis more than likely wasn't going to be here. The way that this season went, I knew for sure he wasn't going to be here. And we should have known, if you didn't think at the trade deadline that was a sign Giannis was going to get traded, you should have known when the Bucks sat him at the end of the regular season against his wishes. So for me, I had all this time to process it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Giannis has an opportunity to go somewhere and win, and the Bucks now have a chance to start new with a new great guard in Braden Burries.
Yeah, and look, I appreciate that. It still hurts, I think, a little bit. Maybe not for you, Kyle. Maybe you're a more evolved human being than the rest of us. It still hurts. I agree with everything you say, but when he's there with the Heat and it just looks right, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, man.
He looked good.
It looked good.
I'm happy for him.
I know you are, but and I am too, but it's still just it's still a little bit tough. But to your point, it makes you feel a little bit better when you're looking at this new era that you do have. Now it's Summer League. We'll caution that. We'll caution everybody when it comes to Summer
I
League.
ain't cautioning nothing. And we got one. A1 since day one. Congratulations. Finally, when he had a nice little lottery pick, he knocked it out the park. Braden Burries is that dog. You know what makes him a dog, Greg? It's not that he was performing the step back and all the ball in the game winner. It's after he had like his best performance early in Summer League. They asked him, what are your goals? I want to make the playoffs. I want to be an all-star. I want rookie of the year. Wait a minute. You want to be an all-star as a rookie? That's that mentality of I want to be the best dog. I'm excited. We got one.
Not only that, I'll build on that because I think you're right. Like, not only the way that he plays with the ball in his hands, he has single-digit turnovers, right? His best assist to turnover ratio in the entire Summer League. Yesterday, he put up 27, 5, 4, 1 steal, 1 block, and had the game-winning layup. But the physicality of him, like he gets into space,
stocky,
and he can ultimately hold his own this early on. And when you look at who he was in college, people didn't think of him in the same way they thought of the Darius Acuffs of the world, right? Because he wasn't doing the flashy things because his team didn't need him to.
Exactly.
And so he played the role on a Final Four team at Arizona that they needed him to play. He played that role very well. But now seeing him in Summer League where his role is go out there and dominate, and he shows the ability to dominate, is very exciting. And I think that that's something the Bucs fans need to be thrilled about. We just had launched on Bucs Plus Audio Podcast Network. They just launched episode 1 of, a 25-year look back of that Big Three, light 'em up, Eastern Conference Final Bucs
Great
team.
looking production.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's a good listen.
In the first episode, they talk about that Ray Allen pick and how people were so upset that the Bucs ended up taking Ray Allen over Stephon Marbury.
Well,
right?
they traded
with Minnesota.
Yeah.
And people were so upset because Ray Allen in college, right, didn't have the same swagger. Like, he didn't have that same profile, and Stephon Marbury had all that. And that, to me, is kind of like the Acuff Burries thing. Now, I'm not saying that Acuff's going to go the way that Stephon Marbury did, who actually had a good NBA career. I'm not saying that Burries is going to be an NBA Hall of Famer because those things are hard to predict. I'm saying, though, that the lack of flash should not matter from college, especially when you see what he can do with the ball in his hands. And right now, he's showing everybody what he could do with the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kyle, to go back to your earlier point, you have been a John Horst doubter.
I have been because he's giving me reason to.
By the way, it's July 19th. Like, we're not even close to the season starting, and you're already anointing this guy.
Well,
by the way, I don't think is an overreaction because he looks better than everybody else on the court. Now, Summer League is obviously a different brand of basketball than what we'll see in October and November, but he looks faster. He looks more put together. He looks more like a grown-up than anybody else on the court.
And the way he can just finish through contact, it's just ridiculous.
So we can joke about cap circumvention and getting smacked by your former teammate as the official starting point to this new Bucs era, but Braden Burries doing what he's doing is truly the signal that this new era is actually an encouraging thing, right? Like, I saw win totals this week, 23.5 for the Bucs. They're going to blow by. They're going to blow by them.
I believe the Bucs will finish with more wins this year than they had last year.
I totally agree.
That's not saying a lot. And
no, they were 32-50. They kind of stunk last year.
If it is 23.5, I got to find where.
I'm putting a lot of money on the over. If that's the number.
I'm putting a lot of money on the over as well, and I do think there is going to be a sense because the Bucs aren't going to be. They're not going to be great this year.
No.
Maybe they find a way to be in a conversation to be a 10 seed, 9 seed, something like that for the play-in, maybe because of the fact that you do have Tyler Herro, who is a baller. You have Jaime Jaquez Jr. Like, you got guys.
They got a lot of pieces.
Yeah, pieces and guys have been around. We talked about it. Heat culture, right? Like, they have a really solid foundation that has been built with Riley and Spoelstra down there. So I do think they'll be able to compete if they're actually good enough. Taylor Jenkins is a fantastic coach. So I do feel very confident about this team being able to be better this year. But the reason why I give him credit, as in our general manager, John Horst, already is because it seems to me that he's finally been able to be a little bit free and think about building towards the future versus building towards now. And he got it right. And I do believe that Giannis may look at the Bucs 2 years from now, look at some of these young pieces, and be like, okay, he may be the one saying, dang, she's kind of cute. I kind of remember the good times. Because when you see a guy like Braden Burries, I don't know about y'all, but I thought about, dang.
Him and Giannis together.
Yeah. Like Giannis, there's going to be a little sense when Giannis probably watching the Summer League saying, this kid can play a little bit. Like, yeah, Giannis, they wouldn't have been great next year, but there would have been something there. He would have had the best number 2 player he would have had since Chris Middleton was really, really good and healthy.
Dr. Denver Dan chimes in on the YouTube, says he looks like Chauncey Billups to me.
He's Chauncey is good, but I think he's better than Chauncey. I think
if he's better than Chauncey, I'll take that.
That's a huge win if he's better than Chauncey, Kyle. Kyle, I remind you it's July. Relax.
Yeah. I guess different. He doesn't remind me of Chauncey. I get what he's saying, but I feel like he's
big guard, commands the court.
But Chauncey was more of a point guard.
Yes,
he was he could score.
But that was also in an era where there were point guards.
Yeah, and so Chauncey, maybe he would have been able to score a lot, but he's more of a scorer. So I've seen different comps that I like a lot better than that.
800-990-3776. The Carlos Talking text line again, 800-990-3776. We'll keep talking some Bucs. We'll also turn the page, look at the Brewers. What should they do heading into the trade deadline? Jason Wilde scheduled to appear?
Always, every Sunday. He waits for us not to call him.
Always. Every Sunday, we'll get into top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL as well. And, of course, new AD in Madison. It is Sunday Karma.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey baseball fans, when the game's over, keep the fun of the season going at the award-winning Lake Lawn Resort on beautiful Delavan Lake. Trade the bleachers for the shoreline and the always-on-the-go schedule for total lakeside relaxation. Celebrate your own MVP moments with waterfront dining, golf, relaxing spa escapes, and family fun all season long. Just a short drive from Milwaukee, it's your home run getaway. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com and come find out for yourself why everything is better at the lake.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here from MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. You want people to actually show up for your community event, charity gala, or nonprofit fundraiser while making a memorable impression on them. Events by Design turns those moments into meaningful experiences that engage your audience and bring your mission to life. They manage everything: designing, planning, production. No stress, no loose ends. Just an experience your guests remember, exponentially benefiting your cause. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Patio season is here, and there's no better place to soak it in than Veer North. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strofe. Located on Milwaukee's east side, Veer North brings the energy with a spacious patio, elevated food, and handcrafted cocktails. Heading to a Brewers game, state fair, or a summer festival? Start at Veer North and take the shuttle. Exclusive for ESPN Milwaukee listeners. Mention ESPN Milwaukee and save 10% on your bill. Then stick around for live music, great vibes, and a menu that goes way beyond the basics. Veer North, Milwaukee's go-to destination all summer long.
Don't think twice.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
The best summer moments aren't always planned, and that's why Carbless is made for whatever's next. Delivering bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail, Carbless is ready to go wherever summer takes you. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and only 100 calories, it fits seamlessly into your lifestyle so that you can enjoy every summer moment with Bliss. And while you're making the most of the season, try the limited-time Americana Backyard Bliss Variety Pack or the Lemon Iced Tea 4-pack before they're gone. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find your Bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
The Dude Perfect Squad Games Tour is headed to Fiserv Forum on July 24th. Bring your squad and get ready to experience the dudes like you've never seen them before. This new tour is filled with larger-than-life battles and unexpected twists. Tickets start at just $30 all in. Get ready for a night of excitement, laughter, and competition with Dude Perfect at Fiserv Forum on July 24th. And, as the guys say, pound it, noggin. Get your tickets now at FiservForum.com. That's FiservForum.com.
Hey, it's Brian Balaga. Find the Homer Hour on the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Milwaukee Brewers back at it following the All-Star break. Wasn't a great start following the break. Dropped 3 in a row to the Pirates in Pittsburgh, but they come back to AmFam Field. Win 2 in a row against the Marlins. They played today, 110. First pitch again here in Milwaukee. Brewers, one of the best teams of baseball all season long. This is Sunday Karma. No Craig Karmazin, Kyle Wallace, world's best producer, Alex Strofe. You all calling, texting.
Wait a minute, was it
text line 800-990-3776 and 800-990-3776.
Kyle Wallace, world's best producer, Alex Strofe, or was it Kyle Wallace, world's best producer, Alex Strofe?
The latter.
I was calling you.
He was not calling me the world's best producer because I am not producing the show.
Thank you. You know, I appreciate that. Uplift me because, you know, you got this guy with you who just all he does is give you cold pricklies and try to push you down. That's all he does.
What the hell did I do?
He came in here, he said, with all due respect,
you have no business producing. You're an on-air host. You never.
You see this interview? It's 10:22 on Sunday.
Every week you go, Strofe, I don't know how something works. It seems like you get worse every week.
Kyle Wallace, I believe you are the longest running producer on ESPN Wisconsin.
Yes.
When did you start producing the show?
2018.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt he is.
2018.
I mean,
yes.
No respect for tenure here.
Just obviously.
He stinks.
Look at this. I could be at church right now getting God's word. Instead, I'm being pushed down by the devil.
You know what? That's a great point. I apologize.
Yeah, thank you.
That's on me.
Thank you.
Up.
Thanks for taking ownership.
Yeah, that's on me.
Appreciate that. Sorry to take you away from God's word there, Kyle.
Thanks for coming in, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
Thanks.
Hallelujah.
Brewers, one game behind the Dodgers for best record in all of baseball. Right behind the Dodgers as well for best run differential in all of baseball. So they are among really the top 3, top 4 teams if you were to look at where this, baseball season has led. And that's been consistent, right, with the success of this Brewers team. And yet they're facing a lot of injury right now. Brandon Woodruff, which was expected, now all of a sudden going to be missing the remainder of the season. I think most of us saw the writing on the wall there recently, but that becomes official as of yesterday. Sal Frelick goes to the IL.
Don't mention it. Just don't mention it. I'm upset.
That hurts you?
Dude, deeply. Because, look, I was concerned about Sal's roster spot or in terms of being like an everyday guy when they brought Luis Lara, and now Lara's going to have the opportunity to play that spot every day for the next, week and a half, 2 weeks. Sal's been playing better in terms of offensively, but Luis Lara is exciting, man.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I mean, you mentioned the win total. You mentioned the betting odds. They're the second in the National League to represent the NL in the World Series at plus 500 over at our friends at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest of Potawatomi. I acknowledge, and I think we all are beginning to acknowledge, this is not like past years, right? They've been really good for several years in a row, but they're the best they've been right now in terms of past years. And with the trade deadline looming. Right, when healthy, even when not healthy. They're at 61 wins.
Yeah.
They're undefeated in the second half, by the way, 2-0. They're at 61 wins at this point in the season. That's better than past years. I mean, it took multiple really long winning streaks to get to 97 wins last year. So I really hope Brewers management, in terms of Matt Arnold and the front office, acknowledge what I'm acknowledging, which is this is not past seasons. So with the trade deadline looming August 3rd, this isn't just hey, we traded for Lance McCullers during the All-Star break year. This is, we've got to go out and make a big splash or 2 or 3 and really put all the chips in the middle of the table and say, hey, we are right there. So we've got to treat it like we're right there. I really think they're close, Greg. I don't think they're World Series good quite yet because, A, you mentioned it, the injuries. But, B, they could use an extra starter. And, hey, that guy they're going to play on Monday night, former Brewer, Freddie Peralta, who's apparently on the market, I'd be open to the reunion.
I think that here's where I'll disagree with you. I don't like the idea of putting all the chips on.
Why not?
Because
I don't think you need to give up a Jesus Mate to go all in.
But that's what you're saying. That's all the chips on the table. I'm not saying they shouldn't make moves to get better, and I think the price you might be able to get Freddie Peralta at this point might be palatable.
Correct.
That I'm okay with.
Yep.
I think that when we're talking about Skubal and we're talking about others like
Joe Ryan, right?
I still believe that the way that you have to operate this Brewers team and the way that they have successfully operated this Brewers team in a way that you've seen most successful franchises in sports win over a long period of time is you're going to win by letting others make mistakes where you don't. And making the mistake is going all in and missing, right? And how are you going to continue to afford those players when you are going all in, when your model is largely young talent on controllable contracts, which they've done a remarkable job. Rehab projects, which we've seen them do very well at. And then, yes, they're going to need to save to sign Jacob Misiorowski, to sign Bryce Terang, because those guys are going to be in the prime of their careers as opposed to the Freddie Peraltas and the Josh Haders and the Devin Williams and all these people that they've ultimately let go. But yeah, I don't disagree with you in terms of adding to the rotation with Quinn Priester hurt, with Kyle Harrison on the IL, with Misiorowski, who's got I think hopefully just a precautionary sort of dead arm situation, Woodruff being out. I loved the McCullers deal because if he could give you, I know he's going to work in relief now, he could give you down the stretch 5 really good appearances. That's all you need.
It's the most Brewers trade of all time.
It's it. Just throw him in for a playoff game for 2 innings and let him work and just be a dog because he's done it before in Houston. And it's worth it.
I mean, I think their ideal scenario is he does what Misiorowski was last season in the postseason, which is I can give you long relief out of the pen. Yeah. Which, again, I mean, this guy was an all-star 9 years ago. He has not played a full season since 2022, I think.
Don't need him for a full season.
No, you do not, right? And you bring him into the Chris Hook pitching lab and you say, hey, man, we're going to get you right, and you're going to do some really good things for us in games that matter. I like the trade. It's very Brewers-esque, and they need to do more than just Lance McCullers, as much as I do like what they did there. When it comes to paying other guys, sure. I'm so, maybe it's PTSD of being a Packers fan, Greg, because I think back so many times in the 2010s where, what if they would have drafted this guy other than this guy? Or what if they would have signed this free agent? Because they only won 1 Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, which we can all acknowledge as a failure. He's the most talented quarterback we've ever seen.
We're comparing apples and oranges.
Not really, though. Because
you are, because you don't have an Aaron Rodgers on this team.
Yes, you do. You have Jacob Misiorowski.
No, he's
You
not.
have a guy that breaks records every time he steps on the mound. That's not true. It's Jacob Misiorowski.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ask me a question.
Every time he steps on the mound.
Yep.
What is a 7-game series? Is it 1 game or is it 7 games?
It's 7 games.
Is he pitching all 7 times, or is he pitching 4 games, 4 starts?
Maybe 3.
Okay, exactly.
Game 1, 4, and 7.
So that's my whole point. It's not the same, and Jacob Misiorowski is not as great as Aaron Rodgers became. Yeah.
He's on his way.
He's on his way.
He's gonna win the Cy Young.
He's really
which is
good,
the equivalent of the MVP.
I don't think it's the same. I understand the comparison you're trying to make, but I just don't believe this team is at the point now where you're just we're knocking on the door.
They have 61 wins on July 19th, Kyle. They are knocking on the door. They're right there.
They have to. They're not. To me, they're not just one pitcher away. I think they're a pitcher in a bat away. Because if you're trying to knock off a team that already has the pitchers and the bats in the Dodgers, you need to make sure.
But Kyle, if you are saying they are only a pitcher and a bat away, that means they are incredibly, incredibly close.
But it's not,
and that's doable by August 3rd.
But it's not that easy, and it's not something that we've seen. If the Brewers do it, then I'll be happy to see it.
I don't give a damn if it's what we've seen. This isn't past years. They have 61 wins on July 19th.
All right. Well,
so don't act like it's last year. Don't act like it's the year before. They are that good this year.
I guess I'm used to seeing the Brewers being a good team, and so the Brewers being a good team means nothing to me when they haven't proven anything.
They are inches away from being great. They are inches away from being World Series caliber. So you have to act like it.
You're not inches away.
Yes, you are. You just said they're 2 things away.
Yeah, that's
you said they are a bat and a pitcher.
You only have 9 guys on the field at once, so you're basically talking about a starting pitcher and somebody to be maybe a third baseman for you who actually hit the ball at the ballpark. So I'm not a mathematician, but what's 2 divided by 7, Greg?
2 divided by
9. 2 divided by 9.
9 divided by 2 is 4.5. You're saying 2 divided by 9?
Oh, what's the percent?
18%, I believe.
Yeah,
nicely done.
Yeah. So
God, you're good.
It might be more than that.
It's more than that.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah,
it's more than that.
So
you're not good.
You're not good.
You're talking about
22%.
Yeah. So you're talking about a fifth of what you need is still not on this roster. So that's all I'm saying, Stroff. I believe that this team can definitely do it, but they're not.
Is a 7-game series 7 games or 1? Because you're referring to a pitcher as 2 of 9, but we would only see the pitcher twice.
No, I said the pitcher. What I'm saying
Everybody, I'm confused in terms of once we're getting.
I know where we're at. Catch up.
The apples and oranges comparison to me is that in the NFL, it is a fixed competitive backdrop.
And I'll give you that.
Right? Like the Brewers have to win differently than the Dodgers do. The Dodgers went out. They've got 3 MVPs in their lineup. They can pay, they've got a $300 million plus payroll. The way the Brewers are going to win, and I'm okay with them giving up their second and third tier prospects in order to incrementally increase this team's chances of winning in any given year. To me, those top-tier prospects, you cannot, because what the Brewers have done is the fact that their young talent is so good has slowly increased the consistent level of talent across the board, which is how this team has consistently won. And you're going to need to continue to do that because they aren't going to be able to pay multiple guys $20 million a year. And so that's where, I do think that incrementally making this team better is important, but trying to go all in now is short-sighted because this team you still don't have Jack Centurio at the height of his powers. You still don't have Jacob Mizorowski at the height of his powers. Right. You still don't have Bryce Torrey at the height of his powers. And in future years, you're going to want draft capital or prospect capital to continue to go all in on some of those things.
Yes and no. I see what you're saying, but that's not a guarantee either, right? Like you're betting on potential, where you have proof in the pudding right now that this team is that good. Yeah. And while I agree with your point on Churio and Mizorowski, fingers crossed his arm doesn't fall off from throwing 109 miles an hour 60 times every night. But I still think you have to acknowledge where we're at. You have to acknowledge the current scenario, which is this team is as good as anybody in Major League Baseball. So why not pounce on the opportunity? Because I'm not satisfied as a Brewers fan, beating the Cubs in the NLDS and that being the height of the season every year. I believe they are World Series good. You have to operate like they are World Series good. Your point on the Dodgers is totally correct, right? Like this is a very different team. We always talk about how dedicated and good they are running the base pads, how the bunts, right? Like the small ball, the Murphy small ball. They have to win a different way, yes, but they're winning a different way consistently and more than just about anybody else in the league. So I really think this has to be the year you go, all right, it's worth the shot. Let's go get a rental or 2 or 3 and try to win it all.
I think one thing we all agree on is just do whatever you want to do, Matt Arnold. We'll follow you. We trust you,
Yeah, that's
Matt
true.
Arnold.
That's true.
Jason Wilde joins us next on the Yingling Hotline. This is Sunday Karma.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Veterans, have you explored your benefits lately? The Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs stands ready to serve Wisconsin veterans, their families, and their survivors. With our partners like your local county or tribal veteran service officer, we can help access the benefits you've earned and the support you need. For more information, please visit wisvets.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs with funding provided by the Milwaukee Brewers and the Brewers Community Foundation.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Kevin Moret from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
See the best of ESPN Milwaukee by subscribing to our YouTube channel.
What the hell happened to your hair?
What do you mean?
Yeah, the front is fine, but you look like Lloyd Christmas in the back. Right there, just stay still. Oh my God, YouTube.
ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ten days away from camp opening in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Sunday Karma, Greg Scalzo with you. No Craig Karma's in today. Kyle Wallace, ESPN Wisconsin's longest running producer behind the board.
Shit.
Alex Strofe.
Yeah.
And we are joined, as we are every Sunday.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this noise.
Did you not even know what to call him? Is that what happened there?
Hey, yeah, you gave Kyle a title. What's mine? Just Alex Strofe. That's it.
This other guy.
Does he need a title? What would you have said, Jason? You do this more than I do. I went all the way back to the ESPN Madison phone number when I started the show today because it's been that long since I've been reading the phone number on the air, Jason.
Awesome. I would say the preeminent host of Green Bay Game Day that gets you ready for every Packers game, sometimes from a undisclosed location, sometimes from a studio, and sometimes from the Tundra Trio, which he does a great job doing that. I'm not sure what else he does these days, but Alex Strofe, one of the many rising stars at GK. Are we still calling it GKB? GKB.
GKB, yes. That's why I got fired from my show, Jason, and you're still on your show. So well done. Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tasha. You hear him every day, Monday through Friday across ESPN Wisconsin from 9 to noon. He joins us on the Yuengling hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. And Jason, it is full. It feels like this is full off-season Packers.
Oh, we're in the doldrums. Right, we're in the doldrums of summer.
Really? I mean, when Isaiah McDuffie is making noise, that's
the most recent Packers news. That was a week ago. I mean, you're doing a great job, Jason, because you are a certified pro, so you're actually creating content for us to discuss over at channel3000.com with your position-by-position breakdowns and your top 20 most important Packers of the 2026 season. But, this is the dog days. Weren't you on vacation this week?
I took a couple days off after the Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open. I did, and I'm going to take a little time next week to get the batteries recharged before we start the marathon that is the NFL season. But I kind of like to view the days before this stretch as more the dog days, and now I'm traditional, right? I've seen some of my colleagues who have started their preview series much earlier. I don't know what they have planned. Maybe they're going to take some time off right before camp. But this is kind of it's not my favorite time, but it is a time where I can feel like Tausch talks about
how when he was a player, like you get on the other side of the 4th of July and you start to get that itch and you're smelling the practice field grass and you can feel that camp is coming. And for me, counting down the most important Packers, which people have been great with their feedback. I'm just going to go to 25 next year so people don't get irritated when I group people together, because there's a few more of those coming. And then the position-by-position preview series, which I think really are a good primer for folks that want to be ready for the first practice on the 29th. But I can feel it now. The momentum it's a snowball rolling downhill, and then we'll obviously be ready for that first practice on the 29th.
I think everybody's excited about that, and it is kind of ranking season, right? Like, this is what's happening, and ESPN.com puts out, their rankings. We're not going to get to quarterback rankings now, but one of the interesting ones was when looking at running backs, right? Josh Jacobs falls out of their top 10 running backs in the NFL. He was a Pro Bowler in 24. His yards from contact have fallen. His yards per carry fell last year. You could always point to the offensive line. But then you throw in the off-the-field stuff that happened this summer that is sort of hovering still over him and over this Packers team. And I guess for you, Jason, as they get ready to break camp, what expectations should fans have from Josh Jacobs? He's 28. That's sort of at that teetering point where you could argue that's the prime of a running back's career, but it could also be the beginning of the decline of a running back's career. And I think anytime when you have things off the field, it concerns me that can always affect on the field. So when you look at the outlook for Josh Jacobs, who's such a key part of what this offense has been over the past few years, what can fans expect from him heading into the 26th season?
Yeah, the off the field thing is so confusing, right? Like the level of attention it got right away, the fact that the Hobart Lawrence Police Department issued a press release essentially announcing his arrest, because let's be honest, if reporters don't do, and I'll be honest, I don't do the best job of it. There was a time in my career where I did a better job of it, and I could have told you even when players got like speeding tickets, because I would go through CCAP and check everyone's name, and they chose to announce it, right? And he's taken into custody on the Tuesday after Memorial Day. He spends the night in jail, and then the next day, not only is he released, and his legal team issues a very strongly worded denial, but also then the Brown County District Attorney's Office chooses not to pursue charges at that time and leaves it open-ended on whether or not they will pursue charges, and if so, what those will be. And I know Vince Vetrano reached out to the Brown County District Attorney's Office last week for Wisconsin's Morning News and just inquired, and he basically got the answer that we haven't decided anything yet. The case is still an open investigation. And here we are. It is now almost 2 months since that occurred. So, I don't ever want to be dismissive of some of the things that he was accused of having done allegedly. At the same time, the way this has played out and some of the conversations I've had with police officers I know and lawyers I know, it is not normal to be where we are on July 19th. Now, the on-field stuff I think is a really worthwhile discussion to have, because, look, I would argue that Josh Jacobs proved exactly why we should have been easier on Jair Alexander when he did not want to play when he was not healthy. Because if you don't play, you get criticized for not playing, right? I mean, Packers fans were up in arms about Jair not playing. But then if you do play and you don't play at the level that everyone's expecting you to play at with your injury, then people are down on you for that. It's really a no-win situation. I personally view it as the guy should not have been playing on that knee. Like, they should have put him on IR, and he should have missed 4 games and gotten healthy, just the way they should have with Brandon McManus, frankly. But that is not how Josh Jacobs is wired. And beyond that, he's also not wired to run a different style of running, of avoiding contact and getting out of bounds instead of taking hits. And to your point about him being 28 and theoretically in his prime, I think he has the second most touches and third most carries, or maybe I've got that switched, of any active NFL running back right now in his career. So he's higher mileage, right? I think Derrick Henry's ahead of him.
Has to be Derrick Henry. Yeah, for sure.
Right. And so all those things you look at and you go, okay, I don't know what exactly to expect from him this season. The bottom line in my mind is that he's at least got one more good year in him if he stays healthy. And I think he will get back to being the guy he was in 2024 when he was difficult to deal with. At the same time, and I did not put this guy in my countdown, even though I was certainly tempted to do so. But in good conscience, I can't put a guy who's played 1 out of a possible 36 games on the list. But you could argue that this team really needs Marshawn Lloyd to stay healthy, to take the load off, to give them a different type of back. All those things that they see in him that they have yet to really see in a game that matters, those things could really come in handy this year for this team.
So you didn't take my advice by combining Jacobs and Lloyd on said list, huh?
That was a direct reference to you.
Nice.
Because I do take all of my blue ribbon panelists. Sorry, Greg, you're not on the list. As you mentioned, you don't really do radio per se anymore. You're a boss instead. But I do take it all under advisement. I just decided to I moved some other guys around in part because of what you said, Stroh. So your feedback mattered.
At least I'm making an impact. You mentioned before, Jason, on like you're starting to get that itch a little bit. What's on your brain when it comes to the Packers, aside from the running back room? Is something popping out that you're really itching to see come training camp?
Well, I wrote about this today, and this is, to me, the biggest question I have that's not related to, is this group good enough, right? Like, I have that question about the corners. I have that question about the offensive line. Mm-hmm. And it is kind of crazy when you think about the offensive line. You've got 2 guys that got big extensions. You've got 2 guys that are either a first-round pick in Jordan Morgan or a second-round pick in Anthony Belton. And then you got a guy that they've paid an astronomical amount of money in free agency, $27 million up front for Aaron Banks, and then another almost $16 million that they converted from what he was supposed to get paid this year into signing bonus. So he's gotten $43 million at this point. It's crazy that that's a position that we have questions about how good it is. But beyond are they good or not, the biggest question that I have about this team is at wide receiver, will less really be more?
Sure.
Or will less be less? Because I still think there's going to be a time. I don't have any problem with letting Romeo Doubs walk in free agency. They were not going to pay him what New England paid him. I think getting 2 draft picks for Dontavion Wicks, totally understand it. In no way am I criticizing Goody for it. But I think there's going to be a game or 2 this season where we're going to be talking going into the game when we get the inactives before I leave Green Bay game day, saying, boy, this would be a day that you really wish you still had Dontavion Wicks on your team. And I don't know what Savion Williams is. I think Bo Melton, more than just being like the mayor of the locker room and being beloved, I think he can be more productive with more opportunities. But they are counting on big time going from, oh, we don't have a number 1 receiver, it's number 1 by committee, to Watson being a legit number 1, Matthew Golden making an enormous year 2 jump, and Jaden Reed, who led them in receiving his first 2 seasons, being a major field tilter for them with his versatility. If those 3 guys are what they think they are, then they're going to be fine. If those guys miss time or are inconsistent, they're going to be in trouble.
Jason, which one of those 3 do you think will stand out the most this year in 2026?
Look, I really like Matthew Golden. I understand why they drafted him where they did, but I think, and I don't know. I saw somebody say this on social media, and I don't play fantasy football, but there are a lot of people that play fantasy football that if a guy that they draft isn't productive, they get really pissed off about it.
Yeah, Scalzo's
and
all over
I know for a fact that he saw that and was really bothered by that. I know he deleted or privatized his Instagram, and he's a young guy. He's 21 years old last year, and I mean, all four of us can look at ourselves at 21 and then where we are now, and other than Strofe, we've all really matured.
Yeah, no, I'm the same dude, unfortunately. Yeah, same exact guy.
Sad but true.
Same exact dude.
So I have high hopes for him, but at the same time, the guy that has shown that he can be a stud if he stays healthy, and I understand the big if, is Watson. I mean, the guy had 35 catches for 600-plus yards and 6 touchdowns, and he missed half the season. If you get him, if he truly is healthy, and obviously, the stuff from early in his career is different from tearing your ACL on the last day of the regular season in January of 2025. If he is who we think he is, he's going to be really good for them. And I know, Kyle, you've heard me say this on Kyle and Brust, the one game where they had a healthy Jordan Love, a healthy Christian Watson, and a healthy Tucker Kraft, their passing game was ridiculous, and they didn't even have Reed, right? That was the Pittsburgh game. Love threw for 360. Kraft had 7 for 143 and 2 touchdowns, and Watson had 4 for 84. I mean, if that's what this group can look like, if everyone's on the field, they're going to be a pretty good offense.
Joined by Jason Wilde here on the Yingling Hotline across ESPN Wisconsin on Sunday Karma. You mentioned Tucker Kraft. He's coming back from injury last year that took him out. You talk about Micah Parsons and the injuries that he suffered. What are the latest updates, expectations for them both? Obviously, Parsons a little bit more concerning as far as the amount of time he'll miss. Do you expect Kraft to come back at camp and sort of break camp and be ready to go? What can fans expect there?
Yeah, I don't think Kraft will practice the first day. He kind of hinted at the fact that this is, the PUP list is really also a built-in kind of buffer for them to get his contract done. He did not explicitly say, I am not practicing without a contract extension, but he dropped enough Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs that I think that's the case. So I think they've got a built-in kind of, he's not quite ready. Remember a couple of years ago where, Jordan Love had the least acrimonious hold-in ever? Both sides knew, hey, we can't put him out there unless we get the deal done. I think Goody even kind of admitted it. I expect that to be similar here. The Parsons thing, I don't know what to think. We've talked about this a lot ever since he spoke in June, but he was unwilling to say, my goal is to be ready for that first Bears game in week 5. He would not commit to that. And then his brother obviously putting out what he's put out, talking about week 7, week 8, and him missing the Bears game and the Cowboys game. I mean, look, the TV networks clearly, the way they structured the Packers schedule with the schedule makers, wanted to believe that he would be back for Packers-Bears on October, whatever that is, 12th. 13th, something like that. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. I personally, my expectations, and this is not based on anything medical, but just sort of reading the tea leaves, is that maybe he's cleared sufficiently to be back as a situational pass rusher only on a snap count. He said they have a strict 9-month rule on no football. His surgery was December 29th. That takes him to September 29th with no football. That means he can practice but not play in the week 4 game at Tampa, and then he can practice again to be ready to have some sort of role against the Bears. And if that's the case, great. And if it's not, I would like to see the 2 games the Packers lost to the Bears last year, they lost without Micah Parsons on the field. In fact, one of them, I think he was up in some sort of suite with his crutches watching the game from high above. So if he's on the field, I like their chances a lot better in that rivalry. So we'll see where he's at, but there's no way he's practicing in training camp. Can't believe that he was even playing pickleball at that thing that he and Love were at with their agency.
Right.
Although I guess it's better than Scadaboo doing a backflip on his surgically repaired ankle.
That guy's an idiot. He's awesome.
I
He's
was
an
kind
idiot.
of driving at that. I just didn't want to say it the way you did. You're much more blunt.
Yeah, he's a little.
I saw that
Blunt,
this morning
careless,
when I woke up.
whatever you want
Careless.
to say.
Strofe and Scadaboo.
You're going to disagree that Cam Scadaboo's dumb?
Oh, well. I mean,
I wouldn't come out and say it.
I would say-
I've
You
never met the man.
Do you watch his antics?
I would say
he's awesome.
I would
by
say
the way.
his actions and the things that he does are pretty idiotic.
I don't mean that as like a huge dig. I think I'm dumb. Like, it's not a huge dig, but like surgical repaired knee, backflip that he doesn't even land, by the way. He lands on his ass. Like, kind of a dumb move. Just saying.
I agree.
I love that you justify calling him that, though, by saying that you.
Jason, you've had me in a tizzy. I've been reflecting the last 4 minutes about what's changed in my life since I've been 21. And like,
oh, dude, you got engaged.
Well, right. Like in my head, I was like, what were my priorities at 21? I think it was pretty women, cold beer, and sports talk radio. Like those were my. And I think the only thing that's changed is it's not pretty women, it's pretty woman. Like with an A instead of an E. I think that's the only thing that's changed since. And I like to cook a little bit more. I think that's like the only thing that's changed since I'm 21.
You've evolved. Your thoughts have evolved.
You're also not like 40. You're what, 27?
Yeah, 27. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. Still in your 20s.
Yeah, but I should be an adult now. Like, I'm not thinking about my 401k. Probably should.
I mean,
27. Let's not act like, again, you're 37.
Okay, got it.
It doesn't.
I'm going to be honest. I'm in a tizzy over here.
Once you get married, then you can start thinking about life
Yeah,
insurance
that's coming
and
up,
a house and a mortgage.
That's coming.
You know, like Kyle knows, right?
We had our engagement session this week.
Yeah.
Like, we had engagement photos taken.
Hey, can I just say, Jason? I know Strofe is.
I want to see those.
He's not the. He's
You
not.
do or no?
I said I want to see those.
You can see them. They're really nice.
No. Listen. He, you know, it's like Beauty and the Beast. He's the Beast, she's the Beauty.
Without a doubt,
and,
dude.
And
yeah.
I saw the photos, and the photographer did a hell of a job. He looked decent. Now, his pants is a little flooded because he's tall.
Yeah,
but other than that,
6'3" and 180 doesn't work.
I was like, dang, Strofe he looks handsome. It was a good-looking
Thanks,
couple.
man. Appreciate that.
She did whatever edit she needed to.
Yeah, I mean, like, good photographer, pretty woman. Like, it's going to help me, for sure.
So, yeah, they're good.
You just basically you started going in a direction, and then Cam Scadaboo hit, and then all of a sudden now we end up talking about your own engagement photos. And Jason's sitting there being like, "Why am I wasting my time hearing him talk about this?"
Nah, Jason loves me. I think he's fun.
Is Jason invited to your wedding?
I do love him.
I will send Jason an invite, but he's not going to come because I'm not inviting his kids.
Now, Jason, if he doesn't invite your kids, do you send a check or no?
It depends.
Oh,
depends how much I like him.
Well, I know the answer. I think so. I think we're in okay shape.
No, that means he's sending something. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said that.
Yeah, he's sending something. Yeah, I should have tried that theory to see how much Jason likes me.
So here's my thing, and
I would have sent you a check, Kyle. I wouldn't have came to your wedding, but I would have sent you a check.
He didn't invite you?
No,
I
which
didn't.
was fine.
I'm
totally
surprised
good
by
with
that.
I didn't invite him because the list was tight, and he's like,
dude, 3 people didn't show up at our table. He could have come.
I'm not going to go into it.
What?
I'm not. Listen.
Half our table was empty, Jason.
I'm not going to go into it, but I will go into it eventually. I have to wait. I've been told by my mother and my wife I cannot air people out until after a month after the wedding.
Oh, Jim Rutledge no show my wedding, Kyle.
Oh yeah, that's a good story.
I'll air that one out.
Oh yeah. Did you air it out? You aired it out right away?
I might have waited a little bit.
I'm waiting.
You do need to wait a little bit.
You married Jim and his wife, correct?
Well, yes, I was the officiant.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Yes, you did the procession.
Nice of you to show up.
And he didn't show up to your wedding.
Correct.
Did he say why?
Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't. Quite frankly, like for those of us that have been married, Jason and Kyle, on your wedding day, you don't know everybody who's there and everybody who's not. And then all of a sudden, who do you think came up to me to tell me in the middle of the recession? Yeah,
Did Jim Rutledge at least send you money?
I have no idea. I have zero clue.
I have a running list of who did.
Oh
what.
yeah, he's speaking of tizzies.
Yeah,
he's been.
Well, people have a year.
Correct.
That's
That's what they say.
But
they got a year.
They got a year to give you.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Okay.
They got a year.
I just want to clarify.
Oh, boy.
So I am not. I understand that most husbands and wives, when they get married, the biggest thing they need is money. Although they also have their registry.
I don't know.
I really take pride in my gift-giving acumen. It's one of the few things that I think I'm really good at. Like for Tausch, we did. Sometimes we do Christmas gifts. Sometimes we do birthday gifts. What I did was kind of a combination: our show anniversary, birthday, Christmas gift. You know, he always talks about the show Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found him an antique book that was signed by Larry Hagman, who played J.R. Ewing on Dallas, right? So I like to be like take information that I know about a person and use it in my gift selecting.
Strofe is getting very disappointed right now.
Yeah, because I just gave you my priorities, which are pretty women, cold beer, and sports talk radio. So do with that what you will.
Oh, and you want money.
Yeah, I'm broke. Yeah, that's fair.
I need money, not want. He needs money.
So maybe I'll just have to get creative on how I give you the money.
You do you, man. I would appreciate it.
Or just
nonetheless.
Yeah. See, I'm the
very
opposite.
thoughtful,
I'm the
regardless.
opposite of you, Jason. I never do a gift for the wedding.
Yeah, me neither.
And I usually like to do cash instead of a check.
$150 cash. Here you go.
I just feel like there's like something about feeling the paper in your hands. And part of me harkens back to the old days where, like, when you watch The Godfather and they had the line and everybody had an envelope of cash and they handed it. That's, like, to me, like, the beauty of
You're
a
showing
wedding.
your Italian mobster qualities.
I don't have a mob. I wish I had Italian mobster qualities. No, I wasn't. My Italian family was the poor Italian family, not the rich Italian family that had
Oh,
this. So
baloney. I know where you grew up.
Well,
No, you don't.
Newbury, Connecticut, was it?
Well,
Danbury,
Connecticut.
the armpit of
Yes.
Connecticut. Yes.
He said, and also, family is more than just immediate family. Jason, I'll just leave it here. Put it this way: when my wife was so excited to go through the cars the day after her wedding, we had to call our wedding planner to see whether or not any cars got lost or stolen. That's how much we were missing from cars. We were like, whoa. We invited all these people.
Wow.
It seems a little. We only opened like 40 cars, not even, maybe 30 cars. We said, whoa, this seems a little light.
Was there one from Alex
And that
Strofe?
one,
Yes, Alex
so you
Strofe.
made one call, that's all, to your wedding planner instead of David Gruber and Gruber Lofts.
That is true. What a good transition for Greg.
Thank you, Jason. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
When it is one call, that's all. It is Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for more than 35 years. Wisconsin's premier injury firm. Look, we know the Gruber family. They are family-owned. They have been here in Wisconsin. You know them. You see them. They support everything in the city and in the state, whether it's the sporting events, whether it's the entertainment events, whether it's the festivals, whether it's the community organizations, whether it's the charities, no matter what it is, they are in it with you, Wisconsin. And that is important because when you get into an accident, when you need somebody on your side, you know that they're going to be there the entire time with you. They're not new just showing up. They've been here. They will be here. They are Wisconsin's own. They are Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more Packers. We'll get into top 10 lists when it comes to quarterbacks. This is Sunday Karma.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 4th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they play the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Local Union 2150 IBEW. Tune in August 4th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and builds spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations, people lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
You never know when someone you care about might need a place like Curative Care. For more than a century, Curative Care has been helping children, adults, and families across southeast Wisconsin navigate developmental disabilities and find the support they need to thrive. They help families every step of the way, from early childhood through adulthood. They connect parents with resources, provide guidance through challenging times, and create a community where people truly belong. If you know someone who may be looking for answers and support for a loved one with developmental disabilities, visit curative.org. That's curative.org. Do it today.
Your garage can be more than just a place to park your car. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Whether it's your workshop, your project space, or where you store all the gear that comes with living an active Wisconsin lifestyle, Closets by Design can help make the most of it. Customary cabinetry, wall storage systems, and durable flooring solutions designed specifically for the way that you use the space. Right now, you can get 40% off, plus ask about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
We are going to grind out at bats. You have to throw quality pitches in order to get us out. And then once we get on the base paths, you have to worry about us. It's a different brand of baseball.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County, Carlsville to be exact. That is Door County Distillery, gins, whiskeys, vodkas, rums, and of course that brandy for your old fashions. It is delicious. It is affordable. It is locally made. Door County Distillery is your favorite thing to mix up on a hot summer day. DoorCountyDistillery.com is the website to find the retailer nearest you, as well as a huge list of unique cocktail recipes. And this Wednesday from 12 to 2 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, Josh and I will be live from beautiful Door County Distillery. Oh, I can't wait to go. Check out the exclusive product, take the tour, do some tastings. DoorCountyDistillery.com is the website. Huge list of unique cocktail recipes, as well as finding the retailer nearest you. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Greg Scalzo. That, of course, Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace running the show. You calling, texting the Carbless Talkin' text line, 800-990-3776.
That's it.
Again, 800-990-3776. Less is more on the Carbless Talkin' text line. Did people not text the text line as much now that we got the YouTube? Or are we just doing a bad job of it today?
I think we're just doing a bad job.
We really haven't asked for their input.
What's the question? You know, they teach you when you're becoming an on-air host.
Oh, wow.
To have a call to action.
Wow, this kid right here. Wow. Something wrong with him. You know, they teach you, Mr. used to host a show for 6 years, was it, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the air for a long time.
6 years. Mr. I was on ESPN National.
I think Greg is, in terms of fundamental, that's why I made the joke, Kyle, because fundamentally, I think Greg is the most talented on-air host I've ever worked with. I've told him this before. But yeah, no call to action today. You haven't asked our fans to do anything.
I haven't wanted to hear from the fans so far, but we're going to change that here in a second.
You hate the fans.
No, I don't hate the fans. I felt like we had some good conversations about Braden Burries, right?
Yeah.
We had some good
yes.
We had some good conversation about the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah. And then we had Jason Wilde on the show. So now we can open it up to everybody else. Kyle wants to hear my top 10 quarterback rankings.
Where's Chef Ed?
I'm very interested to hear that. Chef Ed is probably somewhere listening, doing this thug thizzle.
I'm surprised at how triggered everybody got about the top 10 quarterback ratings when it came to ESPN.com and the fact that Jordan Love is left off. Before I jump into where I see things fitting, do you think it's just because Caleb Williams was number 10? Like, if Caleb Williams wasn't 10 and they had put Sam Darnold ahead.
Do you have the list in front of you?
Yes.
Can you read the last portion underneath Caleb Williams' name? Because he wasn't actually number 10.
Crazy.
They did it to drive reaction.
Yeah, it's
which
ESPN.
they succeeded in. They knew what they were doing.
They did a hell
They were
of a
like,
job.
there was a tiebreaker.
Here's where 4 quarterbacks, Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, and Jaden Daniels were close in voting for the 10th spot. Took it to tiebreakers, gathering input from several general managers and executives. Why did Williams barely win out for the final spot on the list? He's the hardest of the 4 teams to prepare for and defend.
Right, so he didn't actually take 10th. It doesn't make any sense.
He did. He said the voting was close enough, and then they took some anecdotal pieces.
Right, but if it was close enough, then there's a definitive answer for who number 10
then
is.
if you want to rank the honorable mentions, Darnold and Jaden Daniels were ahead of Jordan Love when it came to the
Jaden Daniels is baloney. Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, so I'll give him some respect.
Well, that's my whole thing. Is that harder to plan for, defend? Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl. Maybe that's cool and all, but you know what? The Rams were able to plan for and defend Caleb Williams. And so, but when it came to Sam Darnold, who actually played well in the game against the Rams, wasn't the case. So this is just a whole farce and baloney.
But to answer your question, yes, I do think that is the reason for such reaction is because Caleb Williams is ranked ahead of him. Yes, I do believe that's the answer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll give our top 10 quarterback list. That's coming up next. We'll be back in 2 minutes. It's Sunday Karma.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
For 250 years, America has moved forward together. One generation, one family, one community at a time. At the Cunis Auto Group, we're proud to celebrate 250 years of freedom, progress, and the journeys that unite us. To mark this historic milestone, we're giving away 11 brand new vehicles with a total retail value of more than $250,000. Go online for one entry. Plus, enter in person at any Cunis Auto location, and it counts for 10 entries. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. It's our way of saying thank you to the communities we serve and the customers who trust us to be part of their journey. Plus, we have over 1,776 vehicles under 30 grand group-wide, with payments for every budget. Happy 250th anniversary, America. Let's keep America moving together. See official rules and find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
This is Marquette basketball head coach Shaka Smart. You're listening to the home of Golden Eagle basketball, 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Before we get into quarterbacks, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
How are your lungs holding up in terms of the smokiness outside? I have a theory.
How do you want me to respond to that?
Are you doing fine?
This actually has me. He's got me. He's got me.
I'm doing fine.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm taking precaution. Remember when I got sick this year?
I have a theory.
What is that?
So, Greg, you and I have been public, as has been Bruss these days, about our enjoyment of an occasional cigarette.
Cigarettes.
Do you believe...
You smoke cigs, Greg?
Occasionally.
You could have said cigars. Cigars are more socially acceptable.
Yeah, but you're not like, you don't really inhale cigars. You inhale cigarettes. So, do you believe...
That's, by the way, that's un-American that cigarettes have become not socially acceptable. But that's a whole nother show.
I think they're back.
That's a whole nother show.
No, I think they're totally back, dude.
I think rock and roll, beer, and cigarettes are all on the way back. I think everything that's old becomes new again.
You're talking dirty to me, and I don't like it.
I think it's cyclical. I think there's the pendulum swinging back. But
rock and roll, drinking, and cigarettes. Dude, you're speaking my language right now. I'm ready to have a Sunday all of a sudden. I'm fired up. So I feel great. I think if you're like an occasional cigarette smoker, you handle this wildfire smoke better than others.
Wait a minute. You're the same guy who missed work in Sunday Karma.
I believe it caused me to get sick last year, yes. No, I didn't miss Sunday Karma. I came in for Sunday Karma.
Oh, and then you missed work after that.
What happened?
Remember last year when he went to Pato until like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning?
No, it was about 7 o'clock in the morning.
And then he came to Sunday Karma. He was too sick and tired, and he missed the next day of work.
Did that on Friday, by the way. I had a Potawatomi, and I'm unsupervised this weekend, and did not go well.
Yeah, and so, yes, this smoke's been terrible, but I realized having an inhaler saved my life. Well, it didn't save my life.
You have asthma?
I don't, but I have respiratory issues. Remember when I was sick? Because y'all see me, I got sent home. I don't take sick days, but I got sent home. I came to work and I got sent home, and I was sick for 2 months.
Terrible.
I was sick for like 2 months. I go to the doctor. They give me the little inhaler. A week later, it's gone. I'm healthy again. It's crazy.
All right, you buying or selling my theory? I apologize for the derailment.
I guess I could buy it. I feel like plenty of people who don't smoke cigarettes are also okay, though, too. It also depends like how much time you actually spending outside. The thing I don't understand, and again, I don't want to get into company policy here.
I like where we're headed. All right. I like where we're headed.
It was empty on Friday.
But the idea for any company, I'm not going to target any specific company. The idea for any company to be sending employees home. I understand how working inside of your house is more beneficial than working inside at your workplace.
Greg, what do you
in general, commercial HVAC filters are going to be better filters than whatever you have at your house. When's the last time you changed a filter out in your HVAC? I've owned my house for like 5 years. I've never changed that out.
Oh, you got to do that.
You should work on that.
I probably should. But you think I know how to do that?
Oh,
Dude, it's easy. It's super easy. I know how to do that.
But YouTube will help you. But Greg, to your point, I agree, because I remember when I came into wherever office I work at on Friday, and I said, "Oh wow,
wherever you work at." Is that what you just said?
A lot of people are struggling with this smoke here today. I didn't realize so many people had issues with the smoke. But I will say as well, on Thursday, inside of the 3rd Street Market Hall, when I walked out in the Market Hall,
oh bad,
I was like, "What in the hell? I feel like I'm outside."
Yeah, but is it your office in the Market Hall?
I didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
I didn't have any.
I'm just saying.
You give what did they say? You give somebody a mile. They give them an inch, take a mile.
Yeah, correct. That is the same.
Yeah.
Greg's gonna find himself in HR tomorrow, I think.
There's a lot of folks that took a mile.
I stand my approval on it. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta
do. Just in case.
Smile says nothing.
That's why I like Greg. Grinder. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Top 10, though.
All right, let's get into our top 10 list. Speaking of grinders, Alex Stroh, Kyle Wallace, Greg Scalzo here, Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. You can chime in, give us your feedback, 800-990-3776. Cardinals talking text line 800-990-3776. So you want to work backwards here, start with the honorable mentions, or do you want to start just right at number 10?
You wrote honorable mentions?
Just do 10.
You went above and beyond.
All right, let's go 10.
Well, since you did
number 10 on my top 10 list of quarterbacks in the NFL, your Green Bay Packers quarterback, Jordan Love. I've been very critical about this Packers team, about the talent on this Packers team. You want him higher? You want him higher, Kyle?
Continue.
I've been very, critical of it. That's not criticism for Jordan Love. I think what Jordan Love has done the past few years is consistently good, and I do think there's potential for him to jump from good to great.
You don't have him in honorable mentions, so I'm okay with it. I have him higher.
Yeah.
But if he's in the top 10 list, I'm happy as long as I don't hear Caleb Williams name the rest of the show. I have Sam Darnold, the Super Bowl winning quarterback, at number 10.
All right. I've got him at number 9. So I'd take Sam Darnold, what he's done. I think people forget how talented he is. I think he gets put in this weird, Jared Goff, sort of Brock Purdy, he's kind of a, people think of him as just washed-up quarterback that's back. Sam Darnold's arm is as good as any quarterback in the NFL. Why are you giving me that look, Kyle?
Well, because you say you think of him as Jared Goff. I would say
no. He said people think of him as Jared Goff. Well, Jared Goff is slow and I mean,
he doesn't have
he's
the
not
arm
flashy.
talent. Like, when you look at talent-wise, I
Okay.
think people forget Sam Darnold wasn't drafted
Top
second
3.
overall because of his brain.
Correct.
He was drafted second overall because the dude has a sick arm.
Well,
I mean, he went to USC when USC was still viewed as one of the powerhouses in college football.
I thought he was alluding to saying that Jared Goff is not as good as Sam Darnold. Which
it's kind of what he's saying.
I don't have
also
Jared
don't have
Goff ahead in my top 10.
I also don't have Jared Goff in my top 10.
Crazy. Continue. Who you got at number 9, Stro?
I have Justin Herbert at number 9.
Herbert.
Yeah, it's just the moment seems too big for him when he gets to the moment, but he's a great regular season quarterback. Speaking of talent, I mean, he's got all the pieces. He just lacks, I think, a really good offense. His offensive line. We oddly spent a lot of time last football season on the Chargers' offensive line on this show. But it is an important piece. He couldn't stay upright, and he didn't have a ton of great targets to throw to. So we'll see if he's better in 26, but I have Herbert here.
Well, it's going to be interesting because if his offensive line can stay healthy, they got 2 of the best tackles in the entire league.
That's true.
Speaking of Chargers offensive line talk on Sunday, Karma.
You love the Chargers offensive
Slater
line.
and Alt, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely. The bookends could be unbelievable. I've got him number 8.
Wow.
I got
Look at the
Herbert number 8.
consistency here.
I think the athleticism's there. I think the talent is there. And I like quarterbacks that can do a lot with a little, and I think he's one of those guys.
Yeah. I think
By the way, I've got 7 through 10. You could argue that all these guys could fit in different spots.
No.
Well, I know who number 7 is.
It's the top 5 that has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
Maybe not the exact order, but the top 5 is unanimous.
It is, but I know who number 7 is. Or maybe number 6.
Well, my
gotta
number
go 8 first.
my number 8 is Dak Prescott. I have the
Dakota.
I have the Dallas Cowboys quarterback here. Big numbers, big arm. He does it all.
Except win.
Except win in the postseason,
Well,
yes.
Hold on.
What do you mean? Oh, well.
He's never has he won a playoff game? One playoff game?
Great.
He threw the ball like 600 times last year.
I'm just saying that if we're going to talk about how great Jordan Love is, but when they don't win in the playoffs, it's because of his defense. Or when they have issues, it's because of his defense. Dak Prescott's stats are unbelievable. He does everything he can to help his team win. And his defense is horrible.
I'm not saying he's not good.
Yes,
What I'm saying
I know.
is you put a lot of quarterbacks on the team that had – Javonte Williams was a good running back this last season. On top of that, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have George Pickens, you have Jake Ferguson, and you get to throw the ball 600 times because your defense sucks.
Yeah.
These guys are NFL quarterbacks for a reason. Everybody in the top 15 is probably throwing the same numbers that Dak Prescott is.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL? You don't think Jared Goff is 600?
You're degrading Dak Prescott,
Bro.
I think he's a very good quarterback.
I didn't say he wasn't very good.
You just said half the league could do what he does.
Yes, half the league.
That means you don't think he's that good then.
I think when you look at his toughness and his durability, when you drop back 600
he
times,
gets
when you
hurt.
Not that much.
Yeah,
how you throwing the ball 600 times if you're getting hurt?
This year he was healthy, but Dak gets hurt like every other year, every 2 years.
It's because he's getting hit all the time.
Well, they need to get a better offensive line, even though their offensive line is good.
All right, I have Dak Prescott at 8.
So we pretty much had the same order, except you took Jordan Love and you put him at 7. I had him at 10 because I got Dak Prescott at 7. I think that he is actually underrated in terms of what he does because he's been doing it for so long.
We had the same 10 quarterbacks? Yeah, because you're right. I do have Jordan Love at 7.
Yeah.
And then top 6, we're going to have the same
You just had it the
list.
same order. You just you put Love at 7 and bumped everybody down.
There's no way.
I mean,
and I'd love
it's,
10.
I think it's interesting. Neither of us have Jalen Hurts. We don't have C.J. Stroud.
There's
we
no
don't
way
have
you
Jaden
have
Daniels.
Drake May at number 6.
I have Drake May at number 6.
Bro, y'all are out of your minds. Drake May is really good. He
is.
No argument
That's
in
correct.
top 10. But all it takes is one season. One season, the way he performed in the
Kyle,
playoffs.
you would be insufferable.
Hey, Kyle,
you would be insufferable if Jordan
playoffs.
Love had the numbers and the success that Drake May had last year.
Jordan Love has had the numbers Drake May had. What are you talking about?
Drake May's offensive weapons were amongst the worst in the league, and he was he could have won the MVP.
Excuse me. Jordan Love's first year, though, the team wasn't as good. Jordan Love had
Not even
terrible
close
offensive
as
weapons.
good.
He had terrible offensive weapons, and his numbers are very similar. Drake May, threw 33 or 34
He had terrible
touchdowns?
offensive weapons, which are the
How
same
many
offensive
wins did
weapons
he
he
have?
still has,
Well,
by the way.
again, let's see how many
Oh,
wins
but
they have
now
this
you
year.
care about wins
we
now.
Gonna see
Sometimes
how
we
many
care about wins.
We gonna
Sometimes
see
we
how
don't
many
care about
wins they had
wins.
this year, because that team didn't deserve to go to the
Kyle,
Super Bowl.
you just called Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Tucker Kraft horrible. Just so you're aware.
2 years ago? Are you kidding me? In Jordan Love's first year, they couldn't even run the right routes, Strofe. What are we talking about? We had 3 receivers in one spot. That ain't how the play was drawn up. So, yes, that's what Jordan Love was dealing with. He looked to his left. He's like, where everybody at? He looked to his right. They all run into each other.
I think what Drake May did last year was highly impressive. I think that if we're
He
gonna
didn't win the
hold
Super
on.
Bowl.
If-
And see, you got to
He got there. If we're gonna discount, say, oh well, with Jason Wilde when he joined us earlier. The players who are injured that play end up getting, knocked down because of their poor performance. Mm-hmm. That's what happened with Drake May. So if you're going to give a pass to all the Packers that are injured and playing through injuries, Drake May was getting shot up in his shoulder before the Super Bowl. His arm went dead. He was hurt, and he still led his team to the Super Bowl.
Was he hurt the week before?
Yes, the entire playoff run he was hurt.
Oh, he's trash playoffs.
He was,
Trash.
but he won them games.
Defense won them games.
I don't know about that.
In the
Drake May
playoffs.
did what he did. I think you could actually argue that him and Stafford could be exchanged 6 for 5, given how close.
No, you are.
Given how close.
Slow down.
Given how close they were in the MVP voting, how close they were in terms of what they did last year. Matt Stafford had Puka on one side, Devontae Adams on another, and Kyron Williams behind him.
Drug test him.
Who?
That's crazy.
Who were the top 2 weapons for Drake May last year, Kyle?
Well, it was Stephon Diggs, who was really good. Who had
39-year-old Stephon Diggs.
First and foremost, he's like 32, 33.
Yeah, but he looked 39, didn't he?
And he gets 1,000 yards almost every single year.
Not last year.
Greg,
how old? 999.
Real quick, Greg, how old are you?
37.
So you're saying 39 is old?
It is.
In the NFL, it definitely is. But
no, I mean,
30. I mean, it's young, but it's also you start. It's different. I'm afraid to do too many athletic.
Was Jimi Hendrix 27 when he died?
He was.
Yes,
he was part of the 27 Club?
Correct.
Wow. Anyway, okay. I don't think you should switch. Then May 6, Stafford 5. I have the same thing. How's your top 4 shake out?
My top 4 shakes out as far as number 4. I got Lamar Jackson.
I do as well.
I think, and I go 4, 5, 6 are probably somewhat interchangeable.
No.
I think Lamar is
Wrong.
an MVP. You got to see if he still has the ability to run at the level that he's running.
I'll give you that, but yeah,
Unbelievable.
I think the
What?
top.
You are. I'm glad this is not ESPN Boston. Because let me tell you, I see
more of an accent if you're going to talk about Boston.
These Boston guys are crazy. He's crazy. He's got Drake May in the same conversation as Lamar Jackson. That's crazy.
Who had a better year last year?
That's like Lamar was hurt last year. A 2-time MVP.
All right, Jackson at 4. Who do you got at 3?
Joe Burrow,
Me as
number
well.
3.
Yep, agreed.
Stafford threw for 40 touchdowns last year. He put Drake May in the same conversation as him.
I mean, they were in the same conversation last year.
They were very much in the same conversation.
But there's a reason why one won the MVP and the other one didn't.
Well,
they were two votes apart, Kyle.
Again, there's a reason why.
I mean, last year, Drake May completed 72% of his passes, led his team to 14-3 record. The man had a quarterback rating of 113.5. His QBR was 77.
Which was first in the league. Can I just say that I'm a Drake May fan?
He had 31 touchdowns against 8 interceptions, and that doesn't even tell you what his running stats were.
Listen, I appreciate and like Drake May. I think he's very good, but I think putting him in the same breath as these guys after one really, really good season is a little quick.
We did it with Jaden Daniels last year.
I didn't do it with Jaden. I had Jaden
Drake May
10.
also ran for 450 yards, Kyle. 450 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Okay. All right. Well, I seen him run. That's all he could do in the
more than
playoffs.
Marshawn Lloyd's run since he was like a junior in college.
I think Drake May's good. I think he's good. Top 10, but you just said he's saying 4 through 6. Lamar Jackson's where I had to draw the line. That's where I had to draw the line.
Yeah, I have Lamar Jackson number 4.
But you said
number 3, Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Number 2, Josh Allen.
I have Mahomes at 2.
It's a joke to me that we're doing this to Mahomes.
Why?
Because Patrick Mahomes in any given game is so much better than Josh Allen. Much better than Josh Allen.
This is a talent list, right? Like, so
if you're going to talk about like the injury with Mahomes,
yeah,
is that why?
That's what I fear. Yeah.
All right, but like
because we're talking about this upcoming season, he should be. It sounds like he's probably going to go week 1. But
I think Patrick Mahomes is the second best quarterback in the history of the league, behind Tom Brady.
I think he's the most talented quarterback I've ever watched. Yeah, it's either him or Rodgers.
Talented. Get out of here with that. Tom Brady's by far the greatest quarterback of all time.
Well,
yes, and if you put mentality
it's a
into
different
talent,
conversation,
then that's something. But Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. At any given point, he just can win on his own.
Sure.
Josh Allen looks like he can win on his own, but he doesn't win on his own.
Yeah, that's fair.
He cannot.
But God, is he fun to watch.
Sure.
All right, so who do you have 6 through 10?
I have the same exact list, except I have Mahomes and Allen flipped.
All right, well,
how did you do, Kyle?
You guys did okay. I disagree. I like the top 10. I like the guys in the top 10. I had Trevor Lawrence in my top 10 because I think Trevor Lawrence finally found his way last year.
Yeah, he's an interesting case to me, man.
You got Trevor Lawrence in your top 10?
I think Trevor
Lawrence. And you're criticizing me for Drake May off in 1 year?
I think
we saw Trevor Lawrence puke all over himself for like 2 years.
If you had Lawrence in your top 10, who on our list? Because we had the same 10 quarterbacks. Who on our list would you take off?
He took Herbert out. I know.
No. I
He took
don't.
May out.
I don't.
He took
like,
Drake May out.
There's no way.
I need to see you do it for multiple seasons.
No way.
And so Drake May was number. It was between.
You put Trevor Lawrence ahead of Drake May?
Trevor Lawrence balled out at the end of last year.
All due respect.
At the end of last year, he had a good 3-game run, 4-game run.
And he's played. His team was terrible.
Yikes.
That's a terrible organization.
Look at the Patriots team.
Okay, excuse me. The Patriots team was bad for a couple years, but it's still a phenomenal organization. They bring in a great coach, and they have an easy schedule, and they dominated the easy schedule. They got the players.
They made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, look at their. That had
Miss
to be
me with the easy
that was
schedule
the
crap.
softest Super Bowl schedule and road somebody's had to have in years.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, it was soft. It was soft.
You know what's disappointing, Kyle? You're usually not an excuse maker, and this is you making a lot of excuses.
No, it
right
sounds
here.
like
This is you
it
making a
sounds
lot
like
of
What do you mean
biased
he's usually
for
not an
Boston.
excuse maker? He's like the old-time excuse
No,
maker.
I give reasons, but I'll say this: I'm going to go with Pro Football Focus that has Josh Allen number 1, Joe Burrow number 2, Lamar Jackson number 3, Patrick Mahomes number 4, Matthew Stafford number 5, Jordan Love number 6, Herbert 7, Dak 8, May 9, and Brock Purdy 10. I like that one.
Brock Purdy.
You just went and found the
list that had Love the highest.
Yeah,
I go with the list that uses analytical numbers to make
analytical
decisions.
numbers.
I cannot in good conscience put Jordan Love above Drake May after seeing what he did last season.
I could not in good conscience put Trevor Lawrence on a top 10 list. That's so insulting to how many quarterbacks.
Not in the top 10.
I'm a Trevor Lawrence believer. I thought last year he finally was able to. He even stayed healthy last year, I think. But I think last year he's able to turn the corner with his team, getting better. Got a great offensive mind as their head coach, and they ended up. It was good.
What in the world happened to Jalen Hurts?
What do you mean?
Like, where would he be? Like, he'd probably be like 16th on my list.
Yeah, that's probably right, though.
But if we did this last year, he's probably making the top 10.
That's overrated because now you're applying the wins. What he does really well. He's such a specialist, though, and his shortcomings can be exploited because there's certain things he cannot do and he can't do well. And once teams pick up on that, you can game plan against him. But as a quarterback who can get first downs and what he does in the running game, he's unbelievable.
Like, I'm putting Caleb Williams above him these days.
For sure.
As a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So, anyway.
I mean, I put Caleb Williams ahead of Trevor Lawrence.
I
put
would
a lot of people ahead of Trevor Lawrence.
I would too.
Man, you Clemson fan?
No, I like Trevor. I guess we'll find out this year. I think Trevor led that. That's a bad organization, a bad team, and it seems like they're turning it around.
Yeah, I mean they got Brian Thomas Jr. They got how many top 10 weapons do they have on that team?
A ton.
Again,
a ton.
A bad organization. They suck for 10
years.
They've had
the number one pick
around.
They've had the number one pick 4 times the last decade.
Drake May,
like
Trevor Lawrence. If Drake May does it again this year, remember, I just want you to understand that since Drake May was at North Carolina, I thought he was better than Jaden Daniels coming out, and him and Caleb Williams. Probably still would have took Caleb number 1, but I said Drake May has a chance to be the most successful one. I like Drake May a lot. I did.
We will keep talking football. Maybe we'll turn our attention to the Badgers' new athletic director. We'll talk about what we think that means and what it could mean. This is Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems, installation of new or old hoops, and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Summer and baseball go hand in hand, and as a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Carbless is helping fans swing into full flavor all season long. Whether you're at the ballpark, tailgating with friends, or catching the game from home, Carbless delivers bold flavor in a convenient canned cocktail that's ready wherever summer takes you. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 100 calories, gluten-free and full of flavor. Carbless. Find your bliss near you at drinkcarbless.com.
Patio season is here, and there's no better place to soak it in than Veer North. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strofe. Located on Milwaukee's east side, Veer North brings the energy with a spacious patio, elevated food, and handcrafted cocktails. Heading to a Brewers game, state fair, or a summer festival? Start at Veer North and take the shuttle. Exclusive for ESPN Milwaukee listeners. Mention ESPN Milwaukee and save 10% on your bill. Then stick around for live music, great vibes, and a menu that goes way beyond the basics. Veer North, Milwaukee's go-to destination all summer long.
This summer, escape to Lake Lawn Resort, where lake life meets resort luxury. Nestled along the shores of beautiful Delavan Lake, Lake Lawn is the perfect destination for a weekend getaway, family vacation, or even a few days to simply unplug and recharge. Enjoy boating and water sports, lakeside golf at Majestic Oaks, relaxing spa treatments, exceptional dining, and breathtaking sunsets along 2 miles of shoreline. Whether you're looking for adventure on the water or a quiet lakeside retreat, the perfect Wisconsin summer is waiting at Lake Lawn Resort. Visit lakelawnresort.com to book your stay today.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, myself, Greg Scalzo. When it comes to Wisconsin, one of the first things people think of is Gruber Law Offices. They are Wisconsin's own, a family firm and winning team. They're Wisconsin's premier injury firm, and they are there when you need them, right? They're there all the time. You see them supporting every local sports team. You see them supporting every local event. You see them out in the community. You know the family, and you know that they are here, and they've been serving the people of Wisconsin for more than 35 years, and that's why they are so dependable, right? When it comes time, when you need somebody in your corner, when you get into an accident, and nobody ever wants that to happen, you need to call somebody that you can trust is going to be here, that you know has been there and has done it for so long. It's such a high level, and that is Gruber Law Offices and the Gruber family. One call, that's all. Gruber Law Offices. Call us, text us on the Carbless Talk text line 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-3776. Brennan chimes in, says, I'll bet Craig $100 that Mahomes will never win another Super Bowl as a Chief.
I assume he's referring to you.
I don't know. I feel like, can I make a bet on behalf of Craig at this point?
For $100, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, done. Craig makes that bet with you that Mahomes will win another Super Bowl as a Chief. I'm shocked that people think that. Like, Mahomes still has plenty of good years.
I think, what is he? He's only, 32?
Something like
31?
that. And I don't know if people pay attention to what they've just done to their team.
Yeah, they just got a Super Bowl MVP.
We're going to be real good
back,
this
right?
year.
Yeah,
they were really good.
Did Kenneth Walker not win the Super Bowl MVP? He did, didn't he?
He did. That's correct.
Yeah, and they restocked there. They got rid of McDuffie, which I know feels like.
Well, they lost their top 2 corners to Los Angeles, but
Be 31.
I think they drafted a corner in the first round.
They did, and this is what they do. They restock. They trade their veterans. They restock and give it 2 years. And
Kenneth
then
Walker
right
is
back there.
super intriguing in that offense to me.
Sure.
Best running back they've had. Maybe the best running back he's ever had.
I would say he's ever had. I mean, CEH was really good that first year. Kareem Hunt was good there for a year, but I mean, in terms of actual skill level, yeah, it's the best. It's the best RB he's ever had.
Wisconsin Badgers name a new athletic director. Right, Sean Eichhorst is now atop the athletic department for the University of Wisconsin. Something we've talked about since Mac took another job with the Big Ten. And I know Kyle's a diehard Badger fan. I'm obviously an alum. Stroph's a Badger fan. I think everybody in the state of Wisconsin wants to see the Wisconsin Badgers rise once again. I think what's exciting for me about this hire is that they've got direction now, right? You've got somebody in charge. You have somebody with experience. He comes from Texas, which is a very, very mature, very pro-level athletic department. And it feels already like there's a little bit of a change in attitude within the athletic department now that somebody's there. Feels like some stability. I do want to caution people that immediately that means that the on-field success is going to happen. Because I'm getting a little nervous. Listen to Wilde and Tausch talking about how, all they need to do is upset Notre Dame to start the year. And
yeah, that's not happening. Notre Dame's so good.
This is a long process. This is a long process. And I think that what people need to understand about where the University of Wisconsin is that there needs to be real systemic changes in order for you to start to see the results externally on the field, on the court. I'm not going to say on the ice because ultimately they've been successful there.
What's their definition of systemic changes?
I mean, how the whole thing is run, right?
Okay, so how does that lengthen the leash for, say, Luke Fickell?
I don't think necessarily.
There's a new man in charge.
You'd have to ask Sean Eichhorst that, right? I don't know how he feels about Luke Fickell. I think Luke Fickell's had ample amount of time to build that football program.
I feel very, 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 very upset about Luke Fickell and disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I think Badger fans are. Now, he gets a year this year with a much more generous schedule to show real improvement with this team in a real direction.
What extends a shelf life? What's the minimum amount of wins?
I don't even think it's the minimum amount of wins. I mean, look, I think he's got to get to at least 6 wins.
You got to make a bowl game.
I think so. But
6.
I said a minimum of. My point is you need to see this is what has happened this year, and this is how it can translate into next year, and this is how it can translate into the year after that in order to feel good about continuing with Luke Fickell.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I think you're right. I think if he makes a bowl game, he'll be back. I think this kind of resets the clock in a way, not fully. Like, I don't think this is it's year 0, it's year 1 for Luke Fickell. But with a new guy in charge, and you mentioned systemic changes, right? Like, Wisconsin never properly adjusted to the era of NIL. It's a problem we've harped on over the years. When Mac took office, that was the day that it was the same exact day, July 1st of 21. Mac took over as athletic director, and NIL was passed for the NCAA. And I don't think Wisconsin ever changed the way it needed to. It seems like they're getting a little bit better in terms of fundraising. But, I mean, they've been behind the 8 ball the whole time. They've been behind the rest of the Big Ten when it comes to the financial side. So Eichhorst obviously did a great job of drumming up fundraising and finances at the University of Texas. That was kind of his bread and butter at Texas after leaving Nebraska. So hopefully this is a guy that can come in. But I think from the standpoint of Luke Fickell, I kind of think this resets the clock a little bit. Like if they go 5-7, which would be really disappointing given the schedule, I'm not fully convinced he gets fired. Because
I'll tell you why he does is because
how much would his buyout be? I guess would be my question. Because if it's all about finances right now, which I think it has to be, that has to be Sean Eichhorst's first, second, and third priority.
No, fine. You find people to pay the buyout. Yeah, that'd be fine. But the thing is this: is that Sean Eichhorst, before anything else, where is he from, Stroh?
He's from Wisconsin.
Okay, and where did
I forget? Lone Rock, is that right?
Oh, I think that might be correct. Where did he work at before he went to Miami?
He worked at Wisconsin.
Okay, so you think that a kid from Wisconsin who got to work, who loves football, who got to work at the University of Wisconsin when Barry Alvarez was around, you think he's okay when he wasn't at Wisconsin, he wasn't watching Wisconsin and wanting to be good at football? You don't think he had an opinion about the state of Wisconsin football?
Yeah, I think it's different when you're on the outside.
It might be different.
I think it's different.
You're also talking about the same athletic director that went to Nebraska and fired Bo Pelini, who was winning 9 games.
Yeah.
So this is
that led to his downfall.
That might have led to his downfall. But a lot of times people have egos where they think that I had a chance to go other places, I had a chance to figure things out, and I think at this point I need to find my guy. So if we're not winning at least 7 games, 'cause I think 7 may do it, but it really should be 8. If he doesn't win 7 games, he's fired. If he's 6-6, he's fired. Because the pathway, you don't let a guy go into year 5. You don't let a guy go into year 5 when all he's done is been below average.
I hope you're right. I'm never rooting for somebody to lose their job. I hope they go 12-0 and make the playoff this year. But I don't know, man.
I want to push this beyond wins, though. They need an identity and a plan.
That's a great point.
Like, they tried to middle everything, right? Like, you've got, Bill Belichick in North Carolina right now. He's focusing on, I know you're laughing, he's focusing on building through freshmen. That's his plan. Is it going to work? Who knows? But they got a top 15 recruiting class, and he's trying to build a culture that way. You saw what Signetti did. You saw what Signetti did in Indiana.
This is a better example.
My point is you can point to different universities, and
Yeah, but Belichick's a clown show, man. It's really sad.
That's what you say now, but like he had 40 transfer. We're not going to get into Bill Belichick, but my point is what the plan is, what the identity is, what they're trying to do, and what their differentiator is in terms of trying to bring talented players to the
Signetti must be a much better example.
But it's not, because that's my point. It's not about wins. My point is it's about a plan.
You can point at Colorado and say Deion Sanders has an identity. They suck.
No, they don't suck. They're better. They're not good, but they're better than what they were when he got there.
But that's a great example. It's like, what it is. You can either believe in it or not believe in it. If I said, what is Fickell's plan?
I got nothing.
So that's my point.
He's got nothing, and that's the problem.
So, I think that now, with a new boss, he needs to present, here's my plan. Here's our identity. Here are the things that we stand for, and here's how the actions we're going to implement that support that. And once we have that answer, then you can start to make real decisions about whether or not it's the direction you, Sean Eichhorst, want to take that program.
I'm telling y'all this right now. Sean Eichhorst ain't playing no games. This team wins 6 games.
Kyle Wallace playing no games. That's what you're saying. He's manifested it.
That's my whitewater boy. We don't play that. We like to win, baby.
My whitewater boy.
Yes, sir, it is.
We'll come back. Palermo's picks next.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down.
When you need a break, come to Kessler's.
We'll turn your day around.
We have good air conditioning.
And we love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler.
He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth.
It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things.
When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's.
We're going to turn your day around.
Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals.
While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold.
Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. This spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade and blackberry iced tea and lemonade. No bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these two revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
Hey, it's Jen Latta. One thing I've learned while working with 2-Day Painting is that great communication makes all the difference. Their team walked me through every step of my exterior painting project, from color selection to scheduling and project completion. They've also won the Top Choice Award 5 years in a row, and after working with them, I understand why. Every project includes a free color consultation to help bring your vision to life. Schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sunday Karma, Palermo's picks, sending off into a beautiful Sunday. Stop trying to make magic out of whatever's lurking in your fridge. Let Scream and Sicilian handle dinner. Grab the original, loaded edge to edge with real cheese and premium toppings. Or try Scream and Sicilian breadsticks, warm, cheesy, pull-apart breadsticks that you won't want to share. Each one just $5.99. Yeah, you heard that right. More flavor, more cheese, more reasons to make tonight pizza night more is amore. Swing by Sendix and consider dinner handled with Screamin' Sicilian. World Cup going on today. Argentina versus Spain. Who you got?
Messi! Back to back!
I'm with you as well. Give me Messi. Give me Messi all the way.
Give me the team that hasn't lost in years.
Argentina.
No. Argentina has lost. I'm talking about.
Didn't they win the last World Cup?
They won last World Cup.
Yeah,
they haven't lost in years.
They play games in between that. Spain's on a 37-game unbeaten streak. I'm going to go with Spain to continue that streak. To break
I'm going
the record.
Messi. It's the magic. That's what it is.
I mean, Messi was absolutely
It's been
magic.
a fun World Cup. 10 goals yesterday in that.
That was unreal.
They didn't care. Shout out to Kylian Mbappe.
There you go. All right, Kyle, send us out.
Well, I guess we are behind.
Strofe told me I had 15 seconds.
That's on me.
We're 30 seconds late.
We are late. Peace.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so